Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It is the Boom Bar right here on your Boom Radio NG. And I bid you one more welcome to the bar today. Today promises to be a very interesting one, as we're going to be talking about quite a number of things today. There's a lot of updates. The president signed an executive order. We're going to be looking at that and seeing the implications. Some people already don't want it, but I'm guessing an executive order is an executive order. There's really nothing anybody can do about it. Mr. Malam Nasser El-Rufai is still in hot soup with quite a number of people. We're going to be talking about their updates. Interesting news coming from Osun State. We're going to be breaking it down. You'll be wondering what could it be. We'll talk about that right here at the bar today, and a whole lot of other things today. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. There are a lot of elections, local government elections going on. In FCT is called council elections. In Rivers is going to be the local government elections. So that and a lot of other things we're going to be talking about today at the bar. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show with us. My name is Dolupo, and with me in the studio is Sola Rogers.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the Boom Bar. Thank God it's Friday, New Music Friday. Let it go.
Okay, so we're going straight into the gist of the day. First things first, the president had issued an executive order to safeguard oil and gas revenues. So, with the little that I think that I understand with what happened is that the president has decided, you know what, apparently all these revenues go through a lot of ministries and more like departments and agencies in the petroleum industry before is remitted. Now the president is saying that these monies are going to be paid straight into the federation account. Federation account meaning that the money is meant for the federal government, the state, and the local government. So they're getting it straight, and there's a lot of backlog or a lot of administrative and bureaucracies that normally happen. What the president is saying is that from now on, all these monies are going to be paid straight into the federation account, not waiting for anybody and any paperwork from any other agency.
Yeah, it's all about ramping up revenue for the government, and also blocking legs, tightening up in areas where they believe that things need to be tightened up. The idea is that the NNPC, for instance, now will not be handling some things that he already does.
Yeah.
And if those funds do not get channeled through the NNPC, it goes straight into the coffers of the government. Now, a lot of people have been back and forth about this. One of the most prominent in this regard is the PENGASSAN, who are practitioners in the oil and gas industry, and they are of the opinion, actually, that government, especially the president, has been misled. In their own words, in their exact words, that he has been misled. And again, they also said in their appearance on TV, in the media, that they believe strongly that the president has no such powers to usurp the constitution. And there's always a fine line between executive orders and constitutional matters. However, I wanted to disagree with Dolupo's assertion earlier when she said that an executive order is an executive order, there's nothing you can do about it. It's actually not correct, in my opinion, because people can challenge executive orders. Even in America, as we speak, some executive orders that Mr. Trump has signed into law, and he's signed quite a few of them, are being reversed or challenged in court as we speak. So I'm sure that democracy will not allow that one person with an auto pen just comes and check it, and that's what it is.
So what I kind of wanted to say, maybe the way it came out was that when it comes to executive orders, yes, courts, maybe only the courts can challenge it. Also, even in the case of executive orders, there's a limit to what the president can order can have as an executive order. The main conversation why some people have an issue with it is that this executive order kind of contradicts the Petroleum Industry Act. However, I'd also watched an interview of someone else, I think it was on Arise TV, this was an energy expert as well, saying that what the president did now is according to the constitution, that there's a part where PENGASSAN is harping on is actually in contradiction to the constitution. So this executive order literally just arranged it. Now, my question is, why do we have all these discrepancies? First things first, please, who signed the PIA?
Yeah, the
Was
PIA.
it not him?
But it was an act from the
Yeah, but before you sign it, my point
from
is,
the legislature.
my issue is that before you sign it, you should have gone through it, yes? And now, if there is now a contradiction to the constitution, then there is an issue. Then you are now writing an executive order. What now stops you from taking that same PIA back to the House to rectify whatever the issue is?
So, the PIA that is in contention now, that is being focused on and being discussed, was an act of parliament, and it took years and years for
About 20 years.
them to arrive at that final document that President Buhari signed during his tenure.
Oh yeah, he was on the Sunday. Okay, yeah, that's true.
Now, what President Tinubu is saying, in essence, is that I'm not going to wait for that process for this particular clause and this angle. I'm going to sign an EO now. Then I would also go to the House. I think what he's done is akin to what he did, or similar to what he did, when he announced on the first day that subsidy is gone. You know, nobody saw that coming, and the time to act for him, based on information available to him, was as immediate as possible. And that's what he said he did. So that's what he's also doing now, that if I'm going to go around, and the reason why that is also important is that we need to have those revenues flowing immediately. And again, if you look at it, it's actually redundant to say NNPC collect this percentage of money. For what exactly? The NNPC has been restructured. It's no longer the NNPC. It's now a company. You get? So some of the reasons why that NNPC was collecting that revenue is no longer there.